Hello and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Fletcher, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Fletcher's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give the dogs while we're working with them, and also the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Fletcher's been fitted with his own personal training collar. You'll notice that Fred keeps that high up on his neck there for the most control while working him, and we will show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Fletcher is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, and that's where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. The command that you're going to give is Fletcher heel, and you're going to simply start walking, and you'll see that Fletcher has been trained to walk very nicely on your left-hand side at your pace. He should not be lagging behind on that leash, nor lunging ahead and pulling. We've also gone ahead and incorporated an automatic sit into the heeling exercise. So anytime that you're out and about and walking with Fletcher and you stop, he's been trained to sit nicely at your left heel position. And you will see those automatic sits throughout the video here. If at any time you stop and he does not sit, just simply tell him no. Tug and release on that training collar towards the rear, and then you're going to go ahead and repeat the command to sit. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate is the stay command, and it's a hand and voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm in front of his muzzle and the one-word command to stay, and out to the end of the leash. Now this is a great command to help build up his self-control and maturity skills, so make sure you're practicing often. And when you're practicing the long sit at stay, you start at about 30 seconds to a minute, and upon his success you increase your intervals, working up to a total of 3 minutes for your long sit stay. And he should remain seated the entire time, even as Fred continues to go back around to heel position. Great job, very nicely demonstrated. Gets a little praise for that. And they're going to demonstrate their heel sit and stay for you again. Here at Williams Dog Training Company, we use lots of positive reinforcement and make it fun and motivating when working the dogs through their commands. Throughout this video here, you'll hear Fred say good job or good boy, and give him a pat on the head to let him know that he's doing a great job and following along appropriately. Another sit stay there for you. He'll give him a moment to hold that for some practice, and then they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come on command. The command you give is Fletcher come. He should get up and come and sit directly in front of you. Good boy. And then he heels around the right side of you, back to your left-hand side, sitting nicely, waiting for his next command, and I'll demonstrate that again. Make sure that when you do call him in, you make it an inviting tone, so he wants to come and see you. Good boy. And back around to heel position on the left-hand side, sitting nicely. Great job. Now if any time you're working with Fletcher and he's not completing your commands appropriately, or if he displays any inappropriate behavior, first words out of your mouth should be no, and then you can repeat the command, and you can give it a correction on the correction collar if need be as well. And again, we'll go over that during your one-on-one lesson with you. When you're practicing your commands at home with Fletcher, first you want to pick a nice quiet area with no distractions, so you're able to focus one-on-one on each other. And over time you'll start to introduce some distractions into your training sessions, and also train both indoors and outdoors. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground. The one-word command to down, and again out to the end of the leash, and give that stay command before you walk out. And he should remain laying down throughout the entire command. And with the down stay, you're going to want to practice this one often as well to help put up that ability to down stay for longer periods of time. And again, start with short time increments, 30 seconds to a minute, and build up to a total of 5 minutes for your long down stay. Fred returns back the same way, walking all the way around, behind, Turning back again to heel position once again. Fletcher gets some praise. And they will demonstrate that again. It's also a good time to remind you that although you'll be incorporating all of your commands into your everyday life, you should be setting aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day to work Fletcher through his commands in a formal obedience training session such as this video here. You can even put it on and follow along at first. It's great practice for the both of you and will help with the transition and understanding his new commands and rules when he gets back into the house. Another down stay. We'll give him a moment to hold that again, and then they'll demonstrate the recall or come on command from the down position for you this time.
Fletcher, come.
It's up and comes in. Now see, he didn't sit nicely right away, so Fred told him no. Tug and release towards the rear to get him to sit. And he sat nicely. Small little correction there. Glad we were able to demonstrate that for you so that you are able to see how to correct him if need be. Now this last command that they're heeling into position for is the second of our down commands, and it's the down from a distance. And for this command you leave Fletcher in a sit stay out to the end of the leash, and from the end of the leash you're going to use your right hand to give Fletcher the down command. And he should drop into a down directly where he is sitting. Very nicely done. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Fletcher has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Fletcher. We ask that you keep us posted on his progress when he returns home, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.